Hi, I'm Ed Griffin, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to Red Pill Expo, which is a project of Red Pill University. Now, I think that by now almost everyone knows that the Red Pill meme comes from the 1999 sci-fi movie called The Matrix. Now, the storyline is that humans are living in a state of total illusion. Everything they think they're doing is just in their minds. It's not real. If they want to experience reality, well, then they have to escape the matrix, and to do that, they must take the red pill and reject the blue pill. Now, only then can they see the world the way it really is. Now, when we produced the first Red Pill Expo back in 2017, we were worried that people might think this theme was rather silly, too much pop culture, not appropriate for a serious message. But to our amazement, when we opened the doors on Saturday morning, there they were, lined up. We packed the place. They came from far and wide, not only every region in the United States, but from other countries as well, including England, France, Canada, Sweden, and others. And that's when we knew that we had the right theme. The Matrix is the perfect allegory for the technology of dehumanization that now is unfolding in our real world. So why are we doing this? We could talk about that for hours, to be sure, but the short version is simple. We're doing this for two reasons. First, to provide reliable information about important topics that affect our lives and that's been censored from establishment sources. Information about how the world really works. Included as a subset of that task is to create popular understanding of the difference between two opposing ideologies, collectivism versus individualism. Now, we do that because this issue, although seldom mentioned in textbooks or news reports, is the issue behind all issues. Literally everything that concerns and upsets us today in the realm of government is rooted in actions that are justified by the ideology of collectivism. And everything that would forbid these actions is justified by the opposing ideology of individualism. Even though this is a subset, it's extremely important, because without it we have no ethical justification for opposing any act of tyranny that hides behind the claim that it is for the greater good. That's the mantra of collectivism. And until we know how to demolish the reasoning behind it and to expose its many, many flaws, we are doomed to ultimate defeat. Now, the second reason we're doing all this is to create a coalition of individualists who form into action-oriented groups called Red Pill University campuses. Now, these groups seek to become a major influence in local politics and culture. The goal is to impact who is elected to official positions at the local level, county supervisors, city hall, sheriff, board of education. And they do this not by waiting to see who is on the ballot so they can support the best candidate, but to influence who gets on the ballot in the first place. Waiting until election time to see who is on the ballot so you can choose a candidate you like is extremely naive, because in most cases the announced candidates have been handpicked and financed long in advance by people who do not, shall we say, do not represent your best interests. Now, if they're only those are the only choices you have, you probably are going to lose no matter who you choose. In the past, we've relied on political parties to do all of this, only to be betrayed year after year after year. Now, that's because you cannot build the movement that we seek if we allow it to be led by politicians and opinion leaders who are beholden to corporations, banks, or any other special interest groups. We cannot defeat collectivism by sitting in our homes, watching another video, or reading another book, or sending another email. We must go out into the real world where the real war is raging, on the real battlefield, which is the power centers of society, political movements, media outlets, schools, civic organizations, labor unions, and beyond. The enemies of freedom are already there. They've been there for a long time, and generally without any meaningful opposition from us. So the second and most important purpose is to change that equation. It's to create campuses, what we call campuses, of well-informed and motivated people who become boots on the ground in local political and cultural issues, with the ultimate goal of replacing the dedicated collectivists who now dominate our institutions with dedicated individualists. So that's it. That's what we're trying to do. No small task, to be sure, but that's why we do this, and we're very serious about succeeding. If you would like to join with us in this undertaking, Red Pill Expo and Red Pill University is where to begin.